Do you have anything that isn't gay?
Unfortunately, we're all sold out, but maybe you'll like it.
Gay porn is better than no porn, right?
Right? As I already mentioned in a German video of mine, I sold hentai at school when I was 10 years old. How did that happen? Well, it's a long explanation. As you may know, I moved from Berlin to a village after the 2nd grade. I was special because I was the city kid. And because I claimed that Sarah Michelle Gellar was my girlfriend, but I'm not gonna dig any deeper into that. That means whenever I was in Berlin in my favorite comic book store, I could buy Pokemon cards and anime figures with my hard-earned money that I had saved.
Seriously?
I had a basic pocket money of $3.50 a week and could supplement that with mowing the lawn, taking out the trash, cleaning up horse crap, and more. Anyway, I spent it all on anime merch. With it, I was king of the schoolyard. Because the kids from the village only knew cheap bootleg toys from the local Vietnamese restaurant. So when a buddy asked me,
"Hey, how much for the figure?"
I thought, "Your sweet ass." But knowing that I was premature and everyone around me was basically still kids, I said, €20.
Okay.
I mean, €200.
Okay.
This is too easy. Fuck the garbage. The horses can choke on their own shit. Now I'm a dealer. And so it happened that I became contact person number 1. The older we got, the bigger the anime hype became, and the more blatant was my sexual awakening, and I asked myself, what does Son Goku's dick look like? And while my classmates were satisfied with this, I thought, there's this thing called the internet. Use it! At the time I was on my first new computer, it was running Windows 95, and in Paint you could only paint with 16 colors. Revolutionary times, my friends, revolutionary times. Anyway, that's how I quickly got in touch with hentai. And more importantly, yaoi! To see if at 11 I was really the only one who was so premature, I printed out a bunch of Dragon Ball doujinshis, straight and gay, and showed them to my usual customers.
Wow, that's... How much is it?
Yep, sorry, I destroyed a lot of childhoods like that rather early. Okay, I can already see you cringing with embarrassment, but picture this. I outlined them using fine liner and claimed that a friend from Japan drew them by himself to sell them at an even higher price point.
And that's why I saved a special place for you, right next to me, so I can keep an eye on you.
I'm not even mad. I only offered gay stuff to the good-looking guys to see if they'd go for it. If so, they got a discount. I think that was my way of flirting, I guess? Oh my god, please bury me.
No, I don't want you down here any sooner than necessary.
Of course this couldn't last forever. One girl got her friends together and ratted me out to my teacher, so I had to go to the headmaster with my parents. You're just jealous because your hand-holding boyfriend was interested in my yaoi. Stupid cow. So what? I'm the winner. The end of the story, grounding, a warning, and endless shame for my entire family. I think that's why I'm so ambitious today, writing books and making cereals to make my parents proud and less disappointed.
No matter what you do, your place down here is reserved.
I know, but you know what? It was a pretty confusing time for me too. Young and precocious and no idea what to do with all these hormones, and we get that. But not that you cheated kids out of their pocket money. Okay, you're right, that was a dick move. What was the most embarrassing thing that happened to you at school? Don't worry, it doesn't have to be porn dealer embarrassing, but let me know in the comments. So, Son Goku was just laying there with Vegeta because Chi-Chi is on holiday with her dad? Exactly, and because he misses her so much, he does this with Vegeta.
This is...
If you ever want to try this too, you want to? Just let me know. I'll be ready.
We probably shouldn't hang out anymore.